Greetings, welcome into another episode of The Divine Says. Today we're looking into the energy of May. So let's jump right in. Before I started the reading, I heard the word free, like free freedom. So for those of you who have been in very stagnant periods or have felt like you've been bound or have been experiencing some type of bondage, feeling like you haven't been able to move freely and go forward. Now is your time to be free. You are being freed. For some of you, this is coming through some type of divine support, or this is astrological. Something is shifting and it's allowing the removal of this bondage. Right? If you felt like you were being harassed, gang stalked, if there was some type of witchcraft on you, something shifts now that helps you to break free. And order and peace is restored with this order and peace card and the Fool card. So somebody here needs to celebrate. It's like cheers. You've been through a hard time, and now that cycle is complete. You get to move forward. For others of you, this is you setting yourself free. If you're someone who has been bound by your own limiting thought patterns and beliefs, right? Fear, doubt, like all of that internal blockage, now you're being encouraged to do the work to free yourself. For some of you, it just takes you moving forward, right? The divine wants you to move forward on something. Take a leap of faith. Another thing that I heard prior to the start of the reading was something about acts of terrorism. So we may see that out in the world, some type of terrorism, things like that. Some of you are breaking free and leaving behind a period of discord. You've been in a situation where there's been a lot of fight, just general dis-ease between you and others, and there's a setting free. Something might happen for some of you that removes a particular person or group of people from your life so that you may be free from fight. For others of you, it's just like a moving away. Somebody's getting away from a place, a situation, an experience which has brought so much dis-ease, discord, unhappiness. For some of you, there's a move coming that restores order and peace in your life. With this figure in the boat here in the shoe order and peace card, there's like something about travel, that and the Three of Wands, which is showing me that that's going to carry you out of a really tough experience. Somebody here needs to be careful of pushing away an offer that could bring the ending of a cycle. Be careful of being afraid of trying something new, of being complacent, because with the Nefertum completeness card and the Four of Cups card, it's like something's being offered to you, and whatever this is can help you complete something or close something out. It might even be like you have an intuitive hunch that you need to leave something behind, but you're pushing away that hunch. And as a result, you get stuck in a cycle. With the Fool here, it's time to break free, to start a completely new cycle. Be careful of fights. Be careful of your ego, your anger getting the best of you, because there's definitely that energy. And I've noticed that like the energy is heightened. So you need to do things to relax, release, ground your energy, find ways to direct that passion so that it doesn't lead you down the wrong paths. Somebody here needs to go out walking, go hiking, go enjoy the outdoors, especially with the Fool card next to the Four of Cups, right? It's like somebody's being called to go outside, to be out in nature, to be out in the sun, and they're ignoring that call. Maybe there's like a sadness. Somebody here is going through a depression, and they're in the house because of the depression, and the divine is calling you out. Come outside. Somebody here should go visit a family member who lives at a distance, pack a bag, take a road trip. You have to do something to switch your energy, right? Another thing I got in my meditation is that there is a win and a victory for someone here, okay? With the number 3 showing up 2 times here, it's very important that you tap into a creative and innovative energy. Don't get stuck in the same old cycles, right? That's why completeness is here. That's why the Fool is here. Leave behind those things which have not been helpful to you. I just heard the word spirits. For someone here, the veil is thinning, your psychic powers are expanding, and you'll be tuning in and tapping in to the unseen realms, hearing from spirit guides. For some of you, unfortunately, you'll also be hearing from wayward spirits, which are just spirits that happen to be in your vicinity, right? So, yeah, that's something that's happening. For those of you who are open to that, this is a great time to flex that muscle, to, exercise that intuitive muscle. For those of you where this could be off-putting or scary, you can work with your guides and ask them to either help you become accustomed to it, right, and be able to handle it, or push the gift away if it's too much for you. With this Evil Queen card and the 5 of Swords, there is someone who may be really trying you or testing their luck, okay? And you're being encouraged to exercise patience, but at the same time, not accept misuse and abuse, okay? Do not accept anyone's abuse at this time. It says you deserve sugar, not salt. Someone may be receiving some just nasty energy from somewhere. For some of you, I'm getting this is a job. This is some type of work obligation, a contract where someone is really trying it and testing you. For somebody here, you have abilities where you can manipulate energy. Some people would call that witchcraft and things like that. You have spiritual powers where you can transmute that energy. You know what to do. Somebody here knows what to do. The guys are saying. Yeah, with this homework card, y'all, and with this woman standing in the doorway, and then with the Fool next to the 4 of Cups, go outside. I cannot reiterate that enough. You are being called outside. Go out, okay? This month of May, the guys are saying get outside. Go outside. Venture out. Do something different. Be careful of being complacent and staying inside. You're going to miss really good opportunities. You're going to miss boosting your mood and your energy. Do something new. Go out. For some of you, I see this as riding a bike. I love riding my bike. Get out and ride, okay? For others of you, you've been taking things too seriously and you absolutely need to go out and have some fun. It says take yourself out on a date. Right? Some of you have been so focused on work and doing what you need to do to survive and taking care of others that it's really brought this dark cloud energy into your life where there's a lot of unhappiness, stress, and worry, strain, and you're being encouraged to be more compassionate to yourself and put yourself first. Someone's in a relationship that is just not healthy. It's toxic and there's a lot of fight. And there's something about focusing on yourself and doing that without feeling guilt. Somebody's being called to go out, do things differently, right? Have fun, focus on themselves, but they have a relationship where they'll feel bad, right? Or you'll feel bad if you step away, if you do self-care, if you focus on yourself and become a little bit more selfish. And the divine is saying release your guilt. For some of you with this number 21 Clover card here, You see that energy? It looks like energy coming down from the sky. Either could be energy coming down or energy coming up from the ground. It looks like the energy of light, of fire. There's something where you're being given spiritual support, again, to complete a cycle, to wrap things up. But this has to do with you feeling bad, you having shame and guilt about things you've done in the past, but also about just choosing yourself. There's a cleansing of that energy. Okay, we have drop victim mentality. Yeah, so for some of you, remember I was saying I kind of see like depression, right? So for somebody here, your depression is stemming from the way you think about your life and the way you think about yourself. It's time to stop seeing yourself as a victim. Be more empowered. I don't care what's going on in your life. Just see it as lifing. Don't take it personally. Don't feel like something is against you, someone is against you. I mean, we did see that this month there could be a breakthrough, even if you do have an external enemy, right? Or you're being targeted in some way. Something comes to clear that out, restore order and peace. Drop victim mentality. It's not doing anything for you, okay? And we also saw with me getting the word free that this is a period where you can be set free. You can set yourself free from low vibrational thoughts, from victim mentality, and things like that. A miraculous event unfolds. Yeah, that's kind of what I was seeing in this clover card. So, like a 4-leaf clover is representative of good luck. There's like some energy coming in. Now it's either coming from the earth or coming from the heavens, but it brings a gift to you. For some of you, this is relief, like the ability to take a deep breath, be free, relief, relieve yourself from any hardship and be relieved of hardship. But there's something miraculous coming. For some of you, this is the ability to travel, move, thrive in a way that you haven't been able to in a while. For others of you, this is a lawsuit or a court case wrapping up or coming to some type of agreement, mediation, with the completeness and the order and peace card, like something finally just wraps up and you feel I'm getting a sigh of relief, okay? Our angel number for the month is 333. We already saw 33 at the beginning. 333 represents creativity, self-expression, collaboration, thinking outside the box, and utilization of your unique talents and abilities. That's what I was saying. Be careful of complacency, of kind of getting stuck in rigid stances about things and about your life, because the divine is handing you a way out of something. If you take it, a cycle completes and you begin a new cycle. If you do not accept this way out, you get stuck in a cycle, right? So think outside the box. You might have to really push yourself to take this chance, but it is well worth the effort. Okay, now on to our guidance and warnings for the month of May. Let's start with heal your heart. For some of you, and this came up before, we have the rainbow obsidian crystal coming out with its medicine, reminding us to work through any heaviness, negativity, residual trauma, anything that's kind of lodged in our heart space that's keeping us from moving forward. For somebody here, the reason why you haven't been moving forward in life, besides like complacency, if you're feeling stuck, it's because there is energy in your heart space, your heart chakra, that is not allowing you to move forward. It's grief I'm hearing. And now is the time to release this grief, to be relieved of this grief, be set free, right? So that's right next to the bat spirit of rebirth is assured. The divine is saying, if you allow that healing to come in, if you allow yourself to go off on this new path, right? To accept the gift that's being given to you of relief, you are assured a rebirth. Because we saw in the last spread with the themes for the month that there will be something offered to some of you, and you have to be careful of not accepting or allowing this thing to come in and change things. The Bat Spirit card is number 5. 5 is all about change. Sometimes it's even disruptive, right? But there's something about allowing the passing of that victim mentality, those low vibrational thoughts, this like struggle mentality, survival mode, all of that. Like, it's time to let it go so that you may be set free. This is a time where rebirth is possible for you. And I said that, like, there's something going on in the stars, or you're getting some type of divine support that can help you to be set free. The divine wants to see a cycle you've been in come to an end. Don't fight it, okay? Somebody here really needs to make sure they're not fighting an ending. Something needs to come to an end, complete, so that order and peace can be restored. So with Heal Your Heart next to being kind, be kind to yourself. It really is talking about this need for more self-compassion and care. Some of you are too hard on yourself, right? You take things too personally, you take things too seriously, and it's becoming a burden. It becomes like this heavy load energetically that you walk with. So you're being encouraged to be kind to yourself, to allow healing energy to permeate your being, to think and behave in ways that are healing to you, and to stop repeating cycles. There's a big theme coming through of letting a cycle close out. For some of you, this has something to do with your inner child. There was damage done to that inner child energy. A lot of pain kind of got lodged in your energetic field because of what you experienced as a child, as a young person. A rebirth is assured. It's time to let that go so that you may be the person, the strong, beautiful individual you're meant to be. With the flamingo spirit here, it says embrace the in-between. Let me just share something with you that my guide shared with me. One time, I was thinking about how I really love certainty. Like, I love knowing how things are going to work out, and I like having a plan and all of that. And my guides were like, hey, if you don't like the unknown, if you don't like the void, you don't like the divine feminine. The divine feminine energetically represents darkness, while the divine masculine represents light. So the divine masculine is that order, is that planning and knowing how things are, that certainty, so to speak, right? Whereas the divine feminine is that uncertainty. But that's where the magic happens. There is magic that is trying to take place in your life. But if you're avoiding the in-between, avoiding that darkness, that void, right? The uncertainty, you're going to miss the magic. That miracle, right, that we saw coming out in that last spread. You'll miss the miracle. Embrace the in-between. Be kind to yourself during this time, and allow for healing to happen, because sometimes that in-between moment where you're in between an old cycle and a new cycle, you're uncertain, you're unsure, that gives you space for healing. And we're being told that this in-between moment, if you accept it, right, and embrace it, it leads to rebirth. Okay, from my Divine Says Oracle deck and my Odu Ifa Wisdom Oracle deck, stop worrying, all is well, right? So they're saying rebirth is assured. So your guidance is to relax, embrace the in-between, embrace the unknown, play, lighten up, enjoy yourself, take care of yourself, right? Find ways to release heavy toxic emotion and energetic debris so that you may move forward. The other piece of guidance, take care of your concerns. Take care of yourself. Somebody here, and I saw this earlier, you're depressed because you're carrying too much weight. You're carrying too much weight because you're carrying the burdens of others. You give so much to everyone else. You're not giving enough to yourself. This card is reminding us to take care of ourselves, just like the crystal card, right? Be kind to yourself. Really focus on self-care at this time. Be careful of ignoring something in your life. This could be something to do with your health or just like something you need to complete in your life. You are getting distracted by other things and focusing on other things, and it's causing you to miss things that are important to you. Okay? Okay, now let's look at our soul work or our homework from the divine. Last card is gratitude. Yes, so one of the ways we are going to lift our spirits this month, support our alignment, and free ourselves from some of the older, more harmful practices we've taken up, right, and habits we've developed is by tapping into the energy of gratitude. Somebody here needs to prepare gratitude lists, have a gratitude journal. There's something where you're getting too caught up in the negativity of life, right? And there's so much focus on the negativity that you are forgetting all of the beauty that's here and available to you and all that you have to be grateful for. So there's a need to make a practice of identifying what you are grateful for. For somebody here, there's something about candle work, working with the element of fire to bring about some type of shift. For some of you, this candle work is going to bring some type of abundance, with 35 breaking down to an 8, right? It really helps to bring something full circle, complete a cycle, but also something with financial abundance. Yeah, be grateful for the good times, for the gifts this month. For someone here, I'm seeing that there is a win, right? There's something that you need to celebrate. Don't just hurry up and move on to the next thing and forget the win. Be grateful. Show your gratitude to your spirit team. The divine wants you to be in a state of gratitude this month. If you're interested in a personal reading, any of my oracle decks, other products and services, daydreamaustin.com. And if this reading has been helpful to you, please drop an ashe down in the comments and don't forget to like. Talk to you next time.